Oh, baby, how you
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine?
And friends are friends forever, if the Lord's the Lord of them. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Cece and Adam.
Happy Valentine's Day from the Momlennial podcast. I'm Cece, I'm the mom.
I'm Adam, the millennial.
And she's...
I'm Ellie, the Gen Z.
Okay, funniest way to start Valentine's Day today.
That's right, because once we're recording this today, it's actually Valentine's, isn't it?
You won't hear it until Monday, but
Yeah.
it is Valentine's today.
When chocolate's on sale.
Okay, so I was talking to Piper. A couple of years ago, I had a very minor surgery. Okay.
Ooh, we're starting out on a Happy Valentine's Day. They cut into my heart.
They were cutting open my heart. Very minor surgery.
Okay.
I'm guessing this was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Or 6 years ago. And I was
Give or take 2 years.
You know.
I was a little nervous to go into surgery. And so I started this tradition where I got my children these very sentimental Valentine's gifts with chocolate and a gushing card and a piece of jewelry.
So this was the maybe if things don't go 100% awesomely well. You're like, just remember mom loves you and she loves chocolate.
Exactly. The funny thing is, and it was minor. Like I shouldn't have been nervous, but I was. And so then I had to carry on their tradition every single year and get them jewelry and the whole thing. And Ellie, I'm sorry, but this year, because you have a beloved, you're out of the gift exchange. I'm sure that probably bothered you today, but nonetheless. So Piper told me yesterday, Piper is now 15. She goes, Mom, when you had that surgery, at that time, I thought every surgery meant cancer.
Oh, my word.
So she said, I went to school on Valentine's Day and we were having a party and everyone's like, how's your Valentine's Day? And she announces to her class to pray for her mom because cancer's not funny.
Cancer stuff is not funny, no.
And she was like, and so the whole class prayed for you. Your cancer.
And here you are, it's like ingrown toenail or who knows what, something.
It was that same surgery we referenced last week of the bruises I had on my legs from doing
This was the most off the rail medical procedure I've ever heard. You need to listen to last week's episode if you haven't yet to figure out what happened before the surgery and now during the surgery what happened and pre-surgery for chocolate gifts.
I couldn't listen to the entire episode of last week's podcast all the way through. We are trying out some new technology.
We are. Emphasis on trying.
It has been fraught with drama.
It's, you know, here's the wonderful thing about it. And as I'm learning more now that I'm almost what do they call that? An elder millennial. That's a new phrase, which is true. Mm-hmm. This is a growing opportunity.
Yes,
growing
for
growth. And we are growing fast.
We can do hard things.
We can do hard things.
We also talked last week about our TikTok account getting shadow banned. Oh, yeah. But the Gen Z, no, I'm trying to get this microphone on my face. The Gen Z, you think that we got unshadow banned because we got one new comment or something?
No, I went on TikTok and we had like 200 notifications. So I think TikTok's pushing our videos again.
Did someone slip him like a 50 or something? Or like,
did anyone send them the email we talked about? There's no way to contact TikTok at all.
Nothing shakes big media like an email.
from the mom.
That's right. Look, you've never heard of us, and no, it's anyone else, but we have some talking to do. Uh-oh. How dare you shadow ban us?
They're in trouble. There's the whole thing with the Chinese government. But they're shaking in their TikTok because we sent them an email.
What will we ever do without this podcast post? With the cast, I can't figure out how to turn on the camera. Maybe they're shadow banning us, so they're like, we'll just save you the embarrassment. This is really a charitable act for you.
This is your sign. You're done.
Yeah, you're done. That was a nice try, but swing and a miss. So there you have it. Well, that's great news. I'm glad we're back on good talking terms with big media again. And
what do you young kids say when you're back in a relationship? We're talking again.
We're talking.
Yeah.
We're was that rebound? Is that what that's?
I think that's your generation.
Probably true on this Valentine's Day.
This is something I don't understand as Gen X. Back in my era of dating,
Yes.
It would be you would call someone on the phone
With the cord.
Yes.
So you'd have to go into the closet with the door shut with just the cord sticking out.
Every teenage girl had an extra long cord so that you could like walk all about your house. You know, the cord would follow
so you could get privacy on your party line.
Yes, exactly. And then you would have to call the person and then they would ask you on a date.
Oh, boy.
But now, like, people don't even come in the door. They like roll up to your house and then they text the date like, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, they don't even come to the door.
They don't come to the door anymore. You have to like watch the security cameras to do a little reconnaissance.
Make sure it's not someone's gonna like bust into your door or anything.
No, you want to make sure there's no smooching happening.
Well, do you think, and I gotta ask Ellie this too for Gen Z, do you think this is kind of the trying a way to get around like meeting the parents right away? So that way you're not super nervous. You can just text, I'm here, come to my car. So I don't have to be awkward.
I think that's the thing behind the thing. I think that's the real move.
What are the stages of dating though for Gen Z?
Well, you have like the talking phase, I would say,
which means
friend phase.
Are you talking on Snapchat?
Every generation.
You're not getting together in person and talking.
No, not really. It also depends on when you meet the person and like how old you are. Because like if you're in high school, are you talking during class or like maybe texting after school? Sometimes Snapchat, but like college is different.
What if you were homeschooled and there's no class to talk to? That's right. That's right. My old corded phone.
Eliana, when she was going to take the SAT or the ACT?
ACT.
And girlfriend looked like a hobo.
Let me paint the picture. Let me paint the picture.
Paint the picture. Can we say hobo?
I had. Oh, we can say hobo.
You said Chinese government. You can say anything now. That line has been crossed. But anyways, please, Ellie, yes, enlighten us.
Okay, so I was a cross country and a track runner in high school, and our school colors were green, gold, and white. So I had a green, like Kelly green cross country sweatshirt that had a stitched like hole in it because my dog had like lunged at me and bit a hole through my sweatshirt. But I loved the sweatshirt so much I kept wearing it. So my grandma patched it up for me. So I'm wearing a cross country sweatshirt that has a hole in it, and then I'm wearing sweatpants that were like bell bottom track sweatpants because you wanted sweatpants that you can take on and off over your like uniform so that you don't have to like take your track cleats off in between.
You have the visual.
I'm getting the visual here.
My pretty Ellie with her.
Plus, keep in mind, it's the day after the last day of school, so it's a Saturday morning.
That actually seals the deal. I get that.
And you were kind of allergic to wearing makeup at this point. There wasn't makeup happening.
It was 7 in the morning, and I was going to take a test. You wanted me to put makeup on?
And I said to her, I was like, perhaps we should just dress up a little bit to go take the test. And she's like, Mom, you're like, Mom.
I was like, it's a standardized test. I'm a junior in high school. I think school's over.
And it's
my
early.
hair's in a messy bun.
Who did you run into at said test?
Oh, no.
My now fiance.
Oh, no way.
If he decided to love her after that, it's a love that's going to last.
That's right. If you can't love me at my ACT, you can't love me at my ADULT.
You should write Hallmark cards.
Wouldn't that be great?
I could not find any normal Valentine's cards yesterday. I had spent 9 hours painting the flip house yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was really tired. And the dollar store was not open. They actually have the best cards for
They're
$1.
Always open though.
They were not open.
That's wild.
And we do this thing where we decorate the kitchen islands with wrapping paper or a tablecloth, and then we sprinkle heart candy all over. Valentine's Day is kind of thing after this, big surgery from years ago, right?
Well, that makes sense. Yes, that's right.
But I was just so tired. All there were pictures of cats and dogs, and a dog had a rose in its mouth, and then a cat had a pack of those conversation hearts. I love you. Guess we're going
Will you
for
be
the
meowing?
Yeah.
All the classics.
And the worst thing is, so I worked ahead this year and I got the girls a matching bracelet that was a gold link bracelet that said fearless on it.
Look at you go.
And it was cool because it was made by women in third world countries that are getting a fair, sustainable wage. So it's
awesome.
a beautiful piece of jewelry, but you know you're doing
Nice.
good by making the purchase.
Totally.
That's this whole thing. I was very excited about it.
Yes.
But Zane, our youngest,
Jeez.
what are you going to get him? Well, he has been obsessively talking about this baseball bat that he is convinced is going to help him hit home runs in this upcoming season.
Are we talking with baseball or dating?
Oh, I don't even want to talk
No,
about
that's
it.
what. No, I don't even know what that means. Pretend I didn't say that. Stay in the
Picturing him
dugout.
trying to talk to a girl.
All the
Oh.
girls want to talk to him, but he doesn't want to talk to any
No.
of the girls.
That's right. Well, he got Riz.
His conversational skills are lacking. So, Dave, so you know what
I love
Dave
Zane.
bought him for Valentine's Day?
Did he get the bat?
He got a mini version of the bat.
Oh, he.
No, he got the bat. The bat that he said, that's what he got. So the girls get this dainty jewelry. He gets a bat, but it's not coming until tomorrow. So he gets a card, and Dave is like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I want to surprise him. And I'm like, he's like crying in the kitchen.
Oh, thinking he got nothing.
Thinking he got nothing. And I'm like, please tell him something is coming. But then he's like, is it baseball related? Is it something I've asked for? Is it something?
Oh,
is
he's
it a
a
bat?
digger.
He's like, is it my bat? And I was like, for Valentine's Day, we're going to give you a bat. I don't think so.
That's so crazy.
How did you ever think that?
That's right. We got you a cat card.
Have you ever gotten a Valentine's gift you really loved, Adam?
Lord, not a baseball bat. Though I wouldn't have got that any time of the year because I'm not athletic. Usually it was all the chocolate stuff, which was great. And then, of course, there was in school so I was homeschooled 6th through 12th grade.
And how did you handle that?
I just went to the store and bought my own candy. Because there were no crowds because everyone's in stinking school at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. So I'm like, here I go.
30
with my 20
Valentine's Day cards for me.
That's right. Self-date, baby. And then kindergarten through 5th grade, I went to public school. And that was the classic little cards in the shoebox, mailbox you made. And then you got like, the little cards on it from different cartoons or you're meowing, whatever cards. And it was awesome. And it was great. But it was all candy. Otherwise, we didn't do much for Valentine's Day. And you know what? I
saw
still
the
don't.
funniest thing on TikTok today.
Oh, no.
Okay, the statement is this: just finished their kids' decorated Valentine's box for school.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. Last but not least,
I want to thank me.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's every parent on Valentine's Day. All the little cute things your kids come home with the moms that are extra.
Oh, I believe
And
it.
not like me at the grocery store, which has nothing at 11:30 p.m.
You know what I also realized too is when you're single, not much change on Valentine's. I want to thank me. I want to thank me for being me, being here. It's kind of a real thing, So
Yeah.
anyways, but okay, I want to ask a little bit more. I'm curious about this whole generational Valentine's difference thing. So you would be on the phone on your long cord
Mhm.
talking to your favorite
Wow.
guy.
I didn't have any Valentines in high school.
Oh, now I feel maybe we won't talk about it.
Spent a lot of Valentines. And that was before Galentines.
Oh,
That was before girl power. It was before girls decided we're taking back this holiday and it's all about the ladies. I love that trend.
now is this where you celebrate with your best gals on Valentine's, or is it the day before that's Valentine's Day?
Galentine's can be whatever you need.
Whenever throughout the season of February.
I don't know. By the time Galentine's rolled around, I would have said I'd already had my permanent Valentine's. My husband does not celebrate Valentine's Day because it's a Hallmark holiday.
It's a made-up holiday. It's kind of true. It kind of fills the gap between New Year's and Easter, if we're being honest.
That's true.
It's like that halfway point.
To be honest with you, though, if we look at the classic love languages, mine is gifts. So I'll take a gift on Valentine's Day. I'll take a gift on a random Tuesday.
Would you take a bat? You're my man's credit, Sissy. Here's a bat. It's just so interesting to me. So did they do letters in the 70s and 80s when you were kids?
My now husband used to write me love letters. Is that what you mean?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Or even 90s at that point.
They're a little... I think I have them saved in a box somewhere. I should try to...
We should read one on the show. We should read one on the podcast.
I should try to dig up.
Look at Lee's horrified.
I'll be skipping that segment.
That
Yes.
gives me
Please
the
and thank
ick.
you.
Okay, let's talk about the...
It's a little
All right.
cringe.
Let's talk about Travis Kelce
Oh, no.
giving Taylor the ick when he was like, Viva Las Vegas.
I'm
The week before it was we gotta fight for the right to party. Okay, I'll give you a pass.
He's pretty excited.
But then what? Your team just won the Super Bowl. Can we be a little more?
Can we calm down a little bit?
Can we calm down? A little
Maybe
bit?
he's a Wayne Newton fan. He was there at the Super Bowl, I heard.
But then I thought he was dead.
No, no, he's still there somewhere in Vegas. Is he dead? No, I'm nervous. Did I mistake the wrong famous person?
I just kind of assumed he would be the agent, which he would be dead.
I think he's still trucking. Last I heard,
Okay.
okay, because I thought I saw him on camera.
Someone do a wellness check.
Somebody call Wayne and make sure he's still up and doing things and getting to the Super Bowl.
I know,
So
lots of people were at the Super Bowl. I also heard that somebody peeked in on the Kardashian suite, and it was like Sleepsville or something.
they're probably, once you've been to
I'm
several
not
Super Bowls,
surprised.
Yeah.
It
I
was
feel
a
like once-
boring game.
really, I thought it was a little bit of a nail biter.
He did?
I thought so. Of course, I thought I was seeing dead people, so who knows what the heck's going on? But no, I think Wayne's still alive. But it was a close game, though. I mean, it was just a few points.
Yeah, it was a close game.
You're just saying that because you
But,
won
like,
5 years in a
quarters-
row.
Yeah, but like quarters 2, 3, and half of 4 were so boring. Like no one was scoring any points, and then it's like, okay, here come the Chiefs. And then in the second quarter, Travis is yelling at the coach for no reason.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was like, why
That's
was he
not
doing that?
cool. That is not cool at all. I got in trouble on the Super Bowl because we had.
I love this segue from big players yelling at people to.
Well, I
was in trouble,
missed it.
too.
I missed Travis getting in his coach's face. But I invited my sister and her family over for the Super Bowl,
Oh,
but
that's
it was
fun.
just a ruse for me to sit in the hot tub for 2 hours with my sister, gabbing. We were gabbing.
That's
was-
a hack.
It was
Dave
a
came
hack
out
gab.
3 times and he was like, "You gonna watch the game?" I didn't care about the game at all.
No?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Our team wasn't in it, so whatever.
Yeah. Had
Okay.
it been the Lions, it would have been a different story.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of exciting at the end. Though it's funny because if you were on the East Coast watching the game, by the overtime, you're like, somebody just wrap this sucker up because we're getting tired.
Okay. Ellie said something. I texted Ellie because she
Yes.
mentioned a couple of weeks ago on the podcast how much better it is living in Central Standard Time.
Yes.
And I've been an East Coast Standard Time person my whole life.
That's
I've
right.
never lived in another time
Yep.
zone.
I haven't either.
She's like, sporting events start an hour earlier. It's so much better. And then when they went into overtime on the Super Bowl, I'm like, everybody get out of my house. I haven't gotten out of bed. I have to work tomorrow.
That's right.
Everybody else got President's Day off. Not me.
You know who I think has the perfect Super Bowl schedule or football schedule? Hawaii. Their game starts at like 6 or 12:30 or 1 p.m. their time. You get up, you have breakfast, you go to church, you come back. All afternoon's football. By
that
6
is
p.m.,
good.
you're done.
That
You
is
can go for a
good.
hike. You can go whatever you do in Hawaii. Go
Put
chop
on-
pineapples.
Put on a lei,
That's-
dance around a fire.
Celebrate that your team
That's
won.
my every Sunday. Because in East Coast time, the football games start at 1:30, and here they start at 12:30. So every Sunday, our routine is church, grocery store, Costco lunch, football.
Costco lunch. We should take a moment to talk about how wonderful that is.
Not a fan.
Whoa, come on. Come on.
What?
It's like one of the few simple life pleasures left. It's awesome.
Not a fan.
You don't want a slice of pizza the size of your face or a hot dog that's $1.50.
Why is their ice cream so thick?
It's Costco. Everything's thick.
It's so thick. It's
That's
double.
fair.
It's,
I stay in my lane with the hot dog. I don't really branch. The pizza's not bad.
They can do whatever they
But-
want. They sell caskets, for goodness sake.
What do you got going on?
True.
Oh, next thing we're talking about. I'm bringing it up
Alright.
on my phone. I've waited 4 weeks to talk about
Yeah,
this
I know.
thing. It's
and
a
then,
huge
and then
deal.
we keep talking about
Huge
other
deal.
stuff.
But it's worth it for Costco.
I
though.
really hope this podcast is being recorded.
Otherwise, we're laughing to ourselves.
What do you got?
All right, this is big. And every generation listening has played this game once in their life. There was a study that came out recently that talked about the most stressful video game per survey.
Frogger.
I laugh because that is a horribly stressful game. That is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, though, I never crossed the street without looking both ways ever again. Thank you very much.
That's why you're alive and with us today.
Thanks, Frogger.
Most stressful video game. Would I have played this video game?
Absolutely.
Really?
It would have been
No.
any generation from the 80s.
I've played
no?
3 video games: Mario, Frogger, and Jeopardy. One of those.
All right, maybe it's Jeopardy.
Right,
what is
it?
not
Are we
fun?
guessing, Ellie? What would you guess? What's
Yeah,
the most stressful video game you've ever played?
I mean, I've seen the study, so I don't want to throw
she's
it
in.
off.
She's in. I'll give you a hint. One of your 3 choices was in the right arena, if you will.
Okay, Mario.
Yes. Yes.
Are there other Mario games than just Super Mario Bros?
Oh, there's so many. Oh my goodness. Yes.
How would I know?
I thought you played.
The original.
No, she played Super Mario Bros. That was about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
We had an Intellivision. We
What?
were not the Atari
What?
family on the block. We had an Intellivision.
It was in your television or
What
in
a
a
name!
It was
That is
called
a genius
Intellivision.
name.
I used
It
to
is,
play
actually.
Frogger with a remote that was corded to the TV. Okay, anyway, I can't. There's Super Mario Brothers and
Yeah.
Smash Bros.
Oh, that's good. You're getting closer.
And then the one with the car.
Oh, what's that called? What's
Mario
that called?
Kart.
There you go.
Mario Kart was the most
That
stressful?
is the most stressful game
Why?
ever created. It raises people's heart rate by 32% on average.
Stop it right
It's
now.
for real. You ever been driving in a crazy road in real life? Here's, for anybody who's ever played Mario Kart, these are the most 3 stressful situations.
Tell
You ready?
me, tell me all about it.
Oh,
Now we're in your lane.
Oh, this is
Hook,
great.
line, and sinker.
Whoa, baby, here we go. Toad for the win, by the way. He's the fastest. Keep that in mind next time you play.
Oh.
Baby
Whoever-
Mario's better.
Baby Mario cries too much. And she's whiny. It's like a Waluigi. Anyways, I'm going off track. But 3 things, right? When you're on the final lap and that music speeds up, that is anxiety ridden. I'm sorry. I don't care what level you're on. All of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, and you're trying to get into the right lane and all this.
I'm
and
getting anxious just talking
It's-
about this.
it's the worst. Also, when you hear the blue shell whiz and you're in first place and it's coming for you, you better believe you're going to be checking your blood pressure after that.
Blue show whiz?
The blue shell.
The blue shell.
Because there's the shells you can throw at each other in Mario
Okay,
Kart.
that's stressful.
You've never played Mario Kart? Not even once?
Yeah, I think with my kids on that Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Is
one.
that when it had the wheel that was?
So you can put the controller in the middle of,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was stressed.
oh, it's
I've never
brutal.
been able to master that game.
I don't think anybody has. And if you have, leave us a comment.
Me. I did. I was so good at that game.
Really?
I could see it.
Really? So you can bob and weave
Yes,
your bananas
I-
like it's no one's business?
Well, we had I was born at a decent time where we had the old Mario Kart on the Wii,
That's the old
like the
one.
normal standard Wii.
Oh, that's
And-
the old one.
And then the Wii U came out with like the Nintendo Pad thing and then
Oh,
the new
that's right.
remotes,
That's right.
which then transferred to the Nintendo Switch. So we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the Wii U.
Which is a great one, by the
And
way.
that was my game. You can fly in courses. You can.
That's true.
They really stepped up their game, and that is my game.
Okay.
I think kids nowadays do have it better because in Mario Kart, if you got in the grass or dirt, your tires automatically broke off and you froze in place and you
But now,
couldn't get
do
out.
they drive electric cars?
Pretty much, you hover.
The Tesla
Your wheels hover.
generation?
That's true. Actually, if you go on a slant, your wheels go sideways and you hover around, and then you have like this paraglide thing that you go off the road with. In Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, if you went off the road, you died.
I never want to
Here
drive
was my
again.
beef.
I never want to try it.
I want one.
32% anxiety rate. Am I right?
I want one of those cars that drives me everywhere I want to go. I want to get in. I want to be on TikTok while I'm going to work.
So you want a chauffeur?
No, I want
Oh, you want a
a
Tesla?
self-driving car. This podcast better start making some money.
That could be our next sponsor.
Real
TikTok,
quick.
please unshadow ban us.
Please.
Please.
She needs her self-driving car right now.
That's the only thing I can think of that's positive about living in the future. That's it. Yes, Ellie.
True. But Adam, did the older Mario Kart, did it stop when 11th place was done or when 12th place was done?
I think back, so my favorite was the Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, and I think there were 12 places. But by the time you were in 12th, you just gave up anyways and started going the wrong way. So you were just like, whatever.
Exactly. That's my problem. As the oldest child, I was always remote number one, controlling the whole thing. I had it down to a science. My sister, that's right under me, was not nearly as good as Mario Kart, always wanted to play teams, and I was like, this is not a collective sport. Like, I can win this game. So
get your own car.
She would do that. She would be in last place
Type A
and would start losing. Yes, very type A. But she would start losing, and then the game wouldn't finish until she crossed the finish line.
Oh, so you're talking about you have to finish that final lap for the whole round to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Nintendo
it didn't
64.
matter. Yeah, it was stupid. Whereas now, I think if 11 places cross, or maybe now all 12 places have to cross the finish line. But before, when 11th place was done, then the whole race was done, and then you were fine. But now, since everyone has to cross the finish line, it takes an extra 5 minutes to play around because someone's dinking around the track.
Did you guys hear about that kid?
You're like, I am so lost. You're in 12th place in this conversation.
My love language is not listening. Give me the gift of talking about something I'm interested in. No,
good thing that's your whole career.
I know.
That's right.
Did you guys hear about that kid who beat the Tetris game?
Whoa, what? Who actually beat it?
Did
No,
you hear
I did
that?
not.
He beat Tetris.
Tell us all the things. How did he do this?
I don't know. I just saw that. He was playing and he was, I don't know. And all of a sudden they were like, you beat the game.
Now, this is the game where you have the pieces
The
of different
blocks,
shapes that are falling,
yes.
and you have to fit it in
You
until
have to manipulate them, which is, I was oddly good at that game for someone who cannot park her car straight. Have you ever seen me park my minivan at the studio?
Okay, there was one time.
Brutal.
There was one time we went driving somewhere, and you were picking up something. I think we were doing a fun video for the show, and you kind of hit the concrete edge of the parking spot for a second.
Oh, I have no depth perception. None. But Tetris?
You're all
The
about it.
2D-ness of it or something? I don't know. I was
Really?
really good at it.
You know, I always wondered if people who are really good at Tetris played some kind of warehouse packaging job. Like in real life. Which might kind of be cheating. But I really, when I was younger, yes, because I'm like, all those boxes, all that fitting in the shelves. It's perfect.
Oh, man.
It's perfect for a Tetris player.
It's true. It's very true.
All the real life practice.
That's actually quite a trend on social media. People that work for Target and their job is to pack up the online orders or when you order it through the store, and they get great delight in putting everything neat into a little box.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big career.
Oh, it's huge. It's like, I think especially for dudes, like when we're going on a vacation and you pack all the suitcases in the back and it fits just perfectly. I don't know if there's a better feeling in the world. You're just so accomplished.
Throwing it back one more time to the Kelsey family.
And their luggage.
Kylie Kelsey, Jason's wife.
Yes.
There's a video
Iconic.
of her
Love her.
packing her suitcase after they were in town for the Super Bowl last year, and she pulled the CC. She just grabbed all of her clothes and then put it in her suitcase and shut the suitcase. That's me in a nutshell.
You don't got time for folding?
When Dave packs,
That's her.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but that's her if we're leaving at 6 a.m., that's her at 4 a.m. because she will pack morning of, shower, and be ready to depart by 6 a.m. And if everyone's not ready by 6 a.m., everyone else has got issues. But everyone else was packed the night before, whereas she had just chucked it all in the suitcase morning of and called it good.
I'm a morning person. What can I say?
You just love to get up at 4.
I accomplish more between the hours of 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. than all y'all do all day. All y'all do all day.
You're like your own branch of military over there. I do more before 7
I do
a.m.,
more
man.
before 4.
Watch me not roll this shirt.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, Momlennials.
And President's Day, since someone commented that's what today really is when this releases.
No, President's Day was last Monday.
Was it?
No, It's
It's
in
coming?
5 days. Yeah.
Oh, what do I know?
That's right, because you think
Are my kids not having school?
probably.
Well, I think
When
our school
is
district does it
President's
weird.
Day 2024?
It's the day this releases, I think.
February 19th.
It is.
How could I be so wrong about what holiday was Monday?
I don't
There
think
was
it
no
was a
holiday
holiday. It
on
was the day after Super Bowl. Were you doing Super Bowl observed?
I gotta tell you something. I gotta wrap up with this.
Yeah.
Can I make a confession
Please.
to all of you
Absolutely.
about the Monday after Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay. I had when you have people over to watch the game, I
Yeah.
had a beverage.
Oh,
No big deal.
that's fine.
I had one in the hot tub with my sister and one other one. That's it, right?
That's okay.
Okay. Went to bed. I'm at that certain age. Sometimes beverages don't sit great with
Oh,
me.
gosh.
Get up the next morning to work. I cannot see. I cannot see.
Oh,
I
come
cannot
on.
see the screen. And I'm like,
Oh, my word.
what's going on? My eyes are not connecting with words. I've fumbled through 3 radio shows. It was horrible. And I was like, I gotta get it together. I'm getting to the age. I gotta get it together. Then my sister texted me. She goes, have you seen my glasses? I left them at your house.
Oh.
Her glasses have the same frame
You're using her clip.
as my readers. I
So
had
here-
on her glasses.
So here you
I thought I had a raging hangover.
And really, it's just forgetfulness.
Welcome to Gen X, my friends.
If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.